You That's why humans are afraid of aliens, is because we are afraid that they're going to treat us like we treat animals.
Lovers?
No, they will experiment and eat us.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay, welcome back. Thanks for cutting me off. You're back. We got this sound figured out. Thanks for your patience. And welcome back to this episode 92. Burp, 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 burp. Of so much JENergy with my fun little co-host here with his fun little hat on, Jeff Jones, who likes to interrupt.
Jen, thanks for having me. I don't interrupt. I'm just not sure when I should start talking. When am I
the minute I hear, but before, because I wouldn't tell you when I would start recording, and the button would just go red, so you never knew. And then you would watch for it, and then I would just start going like, "Hey, this is so much JENergy," and now she like puts me on blast.
Yep.
Recording in progress. Ooh. Was that like a Beetlejuice sound? Remember? Oh man. Oh, good times this week. Hey, so we were just talking about Dad. I was asking how Mom and Dad were, and you were telling me that Dad called.
Yep, he called. He was looking to see if for donations he was trying to raise $70 to have enough money for his tattoo. So he was asking if he'd come over and get my cans and bottles. I said I wasn't even at home, but I probably got $1.20. I said, so it's not worth your gas. I said, I'll just give you $70. I'll swing by. And he said, then he started laughing, saying, no, Ma said she'd give it to him if he still didn't have it come. I think he's getting it tomorrow.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I told him, I was like, Dad, just make the appointment. We talked like 2 weeks ago. Just make the appointment to get on the schedule, and then you'll come up with the money. And so like, then he must be short. And then, but I was laughing at the thought of like a GoFundMe, but he's reaching out personally for the funds.
It's like an old school GoFundMe. It was a cold call. Much. He's cold calling. Luckily, I was on my way over there because I was going to use his armor all my car back up.
Yeah.
I got there. He ended up doing my windows again.
Oh,
I ain't lying about that. He did my windows. Armor all that vacuumed it out. Then Andrea showed up and she pulled her car in the garage. She did her windows.
Dang.
I know.
Man, he is a good little window washer.
Yep.
Woo!
I gave him a $5 bill, but it was from a motion pictures $5 bill. It wasn't real. He don't know that. He put it in his pocket. He'll probably try to spend it.
He'll probably give it for the tattoo.
Yep.
Oh man, good stuff.
Yep.
Well, hey, this weekend our friend's mom made homemade tamales. Yep. You know how like we were talking about tamales in the jar, and that was so disgusting. But with that paper, and it was
say the paper.
Thick. Ew. Anyways, no, but she made homemade tamales, and they were just corn, like corn tamales with corn homegrown corn. Oh man. I'm not trying to be like in love with food, but hot dog. I mean, they were so good.
Nice.
I felt like I was doing a drug deal though. Like I come up, knock on the door, she comes out with this. I mean, I've never done a drug deal. I feel like this is how it would go though. Like she come out with the baggie and it's just all like tamales in this baggie. Like, here you go.
Did she open the door like 2 inches before?
Yeah, because all the dogs were trying to get out.
Right.
But like 15 dogs came out to get me in the front yard, and I was like, oh man. And then it was cute because like all the chickens had all their little chicks, and they were just all, oh man, they were just so cute. Like all their little families around the yard.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that was super fun. So we just went to, have you ever been to a Publix grocery store?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
Publix just opened up here in Johnson City. Right? Okay. The city of Johnson's Publix. And it's a little more expensive, but I feel like they have a lot more options.
Right.
Like they have a lot more organic and just their own brand. I don't know. I just feel like it's a better option.
Right.
And we go there and we're in the breakfast aisle. Okay. Down at the end of the breakfast aisle are the nuts.
All right.
I'm pretty sure. I think the nuts are down there. And this lady and this guy are at the end. And he came around the corner and she's like, hey, honey, here's your nuts. And the minute she said it, I scream laughed. And then we all just started laughing, but Josh didn't hear any of us. And that guy was like, his whole face turned beet red and she was dying laughing. And so was I. And then I'm still like 2 aisles over cracking up at her yelling, here's your nuts.
Nice. Hilarious.
Yeah. And then do you have this, like, do little kids love you?
I don't know about, I really don't deal with too many little kids.
Okay.
I did prior when my kids were little, but.
Okay, because anytime I'm at a grocery store or like we're at Lowe's today and little kids are like,
oh, they wave or you just
smile,
like you make eye contact and just like
make
a goofy face or something.
Yeah.
And then they
like,
just spend the whole time staring at you.
Right. There was a little kid in the cart and he was facing me. So every time his mom moved, he was like, and I'm sure it's because of my hair. He probably thought I was a clown because he had a balloon too. So he was probably like, and he had to show me, he had a little Hot Wheels car in the package and he was showing it to me. I don't even think he was old enough to talk, but he was showing it to me. And I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Nice.
Oops. So much for don't talk to strangers. But man, little kids, I feel like they're like, hey, look at this immature little nugget with funky fresh hair coming at me.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I did mark this down because you know how anything during the week, I mark down. There's a commercial here that I just saw, and our commercials are different in different, parts of the country.
Yep.
And did you see this one? It had guinea pig costumes. Like I think on our news station, they were talking about how PetSmart is coming out with a new line of pet costumes, but it was for guinea pigs.
Like it's little costumes for guinea pigs.
Yeah, like smaller than a dog costume, like a tiny dog costume. They put them on. It's for guinea pigs. I don't know if it's like a whole line of guinea pig costume, but
I thought you were talking about a guinea pig costume for adults.
No, I'm saying
I got you.
Costumes.
That'd be hilarious. Like what were some of the ideas that you could dress your guinea pig up as?
One was like a shark fin. One was like one one was like a rabbit, I think. Gosh, I can't remember what else, but it was and again, our little news weather guy, he freaking said splash and dash, and I don't pay attention to anything that guy says until he says splash and dash, and I'm like, sir, stop saying that.
Have I talked on here about my guinea pig experience?
I don't know.
When I lived in Ohio?
I don't think so.
All right. This happened.
Okay, here we go. This is happening.
Yep. So I lived in Ohio.
I'm sorry about that.
2 roommates, right? We had 3 of us in a 4-bedroom apartment. So we had plenty of space.
Yeah.
I had my own room. I think I just moved there. So I decided, you know what? I got my own room. I got a lot of space in here. I said, I'm going to get some kind of animal. I wanted to get something cool.
Yeah.
So I went to the pet store, got a guinea pig. I'm like, all right, that'd at least be fun to talk to or at least hang out with or let her run around and do things,
Yeah.
And so the guinea pig, I had it for maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
Maybe 3, not long, less than a month.
Okay.
And we were coming back to Michigan for Thanksgiving. So I'm like, oh. So I put enough food in there and enough water for her to get her. We're only going to be gone 2 days. I think we're leaving Friday night, coming back Sunday morning kind of situation.
Okay.
Or Wednesday to Friday morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we leave and all of a sudden we come back and I go upstairs to my room and there she is, 9 babies in there. 9. I'm like, what? What even happened? I had this thing for like a few weeks and I was told it was a male because I called it Sid. Not sure. I just like the name Sid. So I come back and Sid has 9 little babies in there. And he was like a brown and white guinea pig. She was a brown and white guinea pig. Okay.
8
of the babies look just like her. There's one that's black. We used to, we used to call it Damien. So I had all these guinea pigs. I'm like, I got like 9 of them. What am I going to do with these things?
Oh my
And so I
gosh.
just kept putting food in there and things, and went and talked to the guy at the pet store one day after work. And he was like, well, let me see what I can do. You got to bring them in. We'll have to figure out, So I said, look,
Yeah.
I bought it here. I said, yeah, I was told it was a male. I specifically got a male. I said, and then it's a female. Not only that, I got like 8 babies I got to deal with now.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, well, whatever ones you don't want. He's like, try to give them away to your friends, but listen to that. I said, no, man, I ain't doing that to people. He said, well, just bring in the ones you don't want. I'm like, all right. So maybe like 2 days go by, and I go to the back, I'm at my house and I'm getting ready to take the babies there. And I'm like, man, Sid hasn't moved in a while. Like, what's her deal? She's blinking and everything, you know what I mean? And so I reach in there and I start pulling the babies out. And in those 2 days, they had chewed off the whole underside of her, like where her nipples and ways that she was feeding them. They had chewed her all, like it wasn't just raw, it was gone. There was no fur and it was gone. And she wasn't alive.
Oh no.
So I'm like, what the hey? So
oh my God, that's terrible.
So Jay and I take her out, put her in a shoebox, and we bury her out in our yard. I keep the other ones. And for like over the course of like the next 2-3 days, I'd come back and they were dying. And I just didn't have time to get them to the pet store.
Yeah.
But within like 3 days, only the black one was alive.
Whoa.
Yep. So then Jay and I took it to the pet store and dropped it off in the morning before they opened.
Were you like, look, Damien.
it was the last one.
You gotta go,
all
man.
Of that happened over the course of like total 4 days.
Dang, that is traumatic.
Yeah, it was too much.
That's terrible.
I just wanted a pet guinea pig.
Dang.
After
I'm sorry that.
Yeah, I ended up getting a bearded dragon, and then I ended up having that and a scorpion.
Yeah, that'll show you.
Remember the scorpion, Jen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's weird.
When I lived with you?
Yeah.
I came back from Ohio, I had a scorpion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy.
Yep.
I had a kid, so that was our pet.
You don't get cool animals.
We found this picture of Peanut and all her stuffed animals. I think, didn't we all have pictures like that where we would take a picture, like, remember when E.T. was hiding in the stuffed animals just like that? Yeah. And she, like, her little fat little face was in there with all the little stuffed animals. Oh, man. Woo. Yeah. Nice. So that's what I have for this week. How about you? Anything good this week?
No, it seems like I did a lot of stuff, but most of it was lawn work, stuff outside.
Yeah.
We raced this week. I did not play any putt this week. You know what I didn't get to talk about last week though was that bingo. The last week of that was the week before last.
Yeah.
So this was the first week I did not get to go play bingo.
Okay.
So I got to try to come up with something now to fill my Thursdays.
Yeah, we had talked about like maybe bocce and then
bowling.
Oh yeah, and then extreme working out. What's that? Yoga.
Oh yeah. Oh man. With the bungee aerobics.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yep.
Ooh, too much.
Yeah. Then I didn't get to play any putt this week. I worked on a trophy for a putt league.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about it.
Okay. Cool. What do you got this week for us?
Here, I got a list for you, Jen.
Your time to shine with the list.
All right, here, I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
Do you want to do... Hang on, I got to look down at the name of it. The most popular slang words, the year you were born.
Ooh.
Or, hang on, wait for it. 16 myths about the human body that you've seen over, or that you've been told over and over again, but they're not true.
Yeah, the second one.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do that. This list here I found was from BuzzFeed.
Oh, man.
16 myths about the human body that you've seen over and over again, even though they're not true.
Okay.
All
These
right.
are lies.
Yep. Well, they've just been proven different since people have said them.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, this is in no specific order.
Okay.
The tongue map with specific regions for tasting sweet, salty, sour, and bitter. That's not true. All your tongue tastes everything. Your
Oh,
whole tongue tastes everything.
oh, the taste buds are just taste buds.
Yep. You ever
They're
seen
not
this?
separated.
Yeah. There's this. Here's the image. If you can see it, there's like a bitter sector, a sour, a salty, and a sweet. You
Oh,
see
okay.
that?
I do remember that when we were in school.
Yep. That's not true.
Oh,
Nope. Your whole tongue, the whole thing is taste receptors
okay.
equally.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it just that, I mean, just in general, is it just that your brain is receiving that information differently?
Yes. No. Well, no, that's what they think. They used to think those were the different taste sectors on your tongue.
Okay.
Your tongue is one whole.
Is the receptor.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Every cell on your tongue tastes everything the same.
Man,
All right.
I hate that when you burn your tongue. Dang.
Yep. Here's a good icebreaker
Okay.
at a party. All
Okay.
right. Urine is not sterile.
Oh, that's
You ever heard that like your urine is sterile? Like you
Yeah.
can drink it. No, you can't. You shouldn't do that.
do you still have to strain it? Like you have to filter it? I think, and I'm only asking not to be disgusting because I just saw there was a guy missing for like 2.5 weeks out in the like a trail, and he stayed alive by drinking his own urine.
There's a lot of bacteria in your urine. A
Oh,
lot.
oh, okay,
All right.
okay.
Number 3,
Pass.
shaving. Yep. Shaving your body hair won't make it grow back thicker or darker. That's not true.
No, but
Like,
that is not true.
No.
You know why? Because when people, they used to think that because when you would shave it and like, so if you cut this off and it cuts it flat, when it comes back, it looks thicker because you've cut it flat.
Right. It's not coming at a point like it naturally did.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
All right. Number 4, fingernails and hair don't continue to grow after death.
That's
not
disgusting.
Well,
I do remember people saying that.
Like your hair keeps growing after you die, or your fingernails do.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No.
That's not
It
true.
has to have a source of a living source.
Right.
It's a living thing, part of you. Yeah. Okay.
Number
good
5, swallowed chewing gum doesn't stick around in your digestive system for 7 years.
No, that was made up.
Yep. Your body can break down most of it. What it can't, it just expels.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Cracking.
Do you know what? I'm sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
Just going back to chewing gum, that's literally why I never swallowed it ever in my life.
I swallowed it all the time.
I know.
Still do.
Oh.
It is.
Yeah.
I could probably count. I bet you less than 10 times in my life have I ever spit out gum. I probably spit it out accidentally.
Have you ever been in the car with Dad when he does it? He is so dramatic about it. Like he puts the window down and then he cocks like a gun and is like, and then sometimes
it's clear in the other side of the road.
It like hits other cars and bounces off. You know what I mean? Like
it hit a mailbox.
Seriously, like
the street.
Where is that guy blowing that gum to? God bless.
He does that even outside. Like if you're out in the yard working.
Oh yeah.
He'll do it over the neighbors' fences.
Yeah.
Like into their yard or into the road.
Yeah.
And he'll do it from like 20 feet back and still cross the road with it. Like, like what do you that's you didn't just take it out and just throw it away. It's very simple.
We need to get him into some kind of contest for that. Seriously, he would be amazing at that. So if anybody ever has Ronnie Jones in the car with them, be prepared for that.
Yeah, just give him a stick of gum. He likes juicy fruit.
Yeah, juicy fruit. It's a favorite. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. Number 6, the myth, cracking your knuckles won't increase your chance of developing arthritis.
No,
it won't. All right, here's one. Detox teas don't actually flush toxins out of your body and detox outside of the context of medical treatment of people with life-threatening drug addictions is pretty much a myth.
Oh.
It's like if you're
Is that just for marketing?
Yeah.
Oh. So tea is just
specifically.
Doesn't tea is gonna just push stuff out of your body anyway, right?
Yeah, what they say is the healthy body has kidneys, a liver, skin, even lungs that are detoxifying as we speak. There is no known way, certainly not through detox treatments, to make something that works perfectly well in a healthy body work better.
Mm.
Like you're not going to do anything to your kidneys to help them work better
if
than
they're
they're
already
already
doing it.
working.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Humans, here's one. Humans have more than 5 senses. Like you've always been told hearing, smell, taste, touch, and vision. But they have ears, ear to do. And then 1 second, we get to where they list them.
Okay.
But Aristotle is missing a key sense organ. The vestibular system, the apparatus in the inner ear involved in balance.
Oh, so how many senses would that? It would be what, 7 then?
Let me see here. Well, they're saying that it breaks down. Also, the skin alone has 4, which is touch, temperature, pain, and proprioception, body awareness.
Oh,
basically.
okay.
Like those are all senses.
So that's different than touch.
Yes, that would be different than touch.
Yeah.
Because there's a temperature which you could still feel even without touching something.
Right.
You walk into a hot room or a cold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's still right.
Yeah.
That's still a sense.
Okay.
It's not touch, but
yeah.
And then pain, which is a sense of pain.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. Here's one: monosodium glutamate, MSG. MSG isn't tied to negative health effects, and the so-called Chinese restaurant syndrome it supposedly causes is based on nothing more than an unscientific letter that was written to a New England Journal of Medicine in 1968. A guy wrote a letter.
Seriously?
Based on nothing to the New England Journal of Medicine in 1968. Just his thought. Yep. And people just ran with it. That MSG is in everything.
That's crazy.
Yep. All right. Number 10, you can't get warts by touching a toad or a frog or any other type of amphibian for that matter.
Oh, yeah. I do remember. Yeah, for sure.
All right. The idea that humans only use 10% of their brain is very wrong. We use 100% of it 100% of the time.
What?
Yep. Says, according to John Henley, a neurologist at the Mayo Clinic, evidence would show over a day you use 100% of your brain. Another neurologist, Barry Gordon, says that most of the brain is active almost all of the time. For instance, even when you're asleep, the frontal cortex, responsible for higher level thinking, and the somatosensory areas, which help you sense your surroundings. Like even when you're sleeping, you're still sensing your surroundings. They're all still doing their things. Henley clarified that even when damaged, the brain can compensate for what's missing or malfunctioning.
Yeah.
I read couldn't do that if you were only using 1/10 of it. You wouldn't be able to even do that.
Well, I read the story that there was a little girl that they had to do surgery. Something happened to her and she was missing half her brain. And the other half actually took on all of the other side of the brain's activities.
Yeah, that's what he just said. It'll make up for itself, even if it's damaged.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. I think too. Like, you usually only use 10% of your brain.
6. No, yeah. Well, I think too, it's like, if it's broken down conscious and unconscious.
Right. That's like saying, are you only using 10% of your lungs? Do you only use 10% of your kidneys? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's an organ. It's the whole thing is operating.
Yeah. But it's an awareness of what are you using. So if the whole brain is working, but out of the 100%, 4% is what we are conscious of.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could see that.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one.
6%. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes, Go ahead.
Not waiting 30 minutes or an hour after eating to go swimming doesn't mean you're going to get a cramp and drown.
Oh, you can cramp and drown anytime?
Pretty much.
Oh,
yeah, there's no, it's not,
I think that some mom made that up so that their kids didn't go swimming is how I feel about it.
Yeah. It says, yeah. Yeah. Right? Humans don't lose a disproportionate amount of body heat through their heads. I thought that was interesting. People always say a lot of your heat goes through the top of your head.
Yeah.
It escapes out of all of your skin.
Oh, yeah.
It says it may feel like you do because the face, the head, and chest are more sensitive to changes in temperature. But as Rachel Vreeman and Aaron Carroll, 2 scientists who set out to debunk this myth, put it, if it were accurate, humans would be just as cold if they went without a hat as if they went without trousers. If most of your heat was going out of your head, you wouldn't need pants.
Right.
It's possible this idea originated with the U.S. military study conducted in the 1950s, where test subjects wearing Arctic survival suits were placed in the freezing cold environments. It was found that they lost most of their heat through their heads, but only because that was the only part of their body their snowsuits didn't cover.
Oh, yeah. I was
So
going to
that's where
say,
that
too,
comes
that's
from.
probably why we think that, because when you go outside and you're all bundled up, your face, you don't have your whole face covered,
Right.
But
But you
yeah,
think if it was going out top of your head, it would pass through by your face. Your face would be burning up.
right.
Yeah.
That's so weird, too, to think of, like, when we would go outside up north and remember just like you'd be sweating and like there'd just be steam coming off of your snowsuit, or like
Yep.
when I would pee. Oops.
Yeah. Oh. Here's one. Another myth: waking a sleepwalker won't kill them. Like, you ever heard of, like, don't ever wake up a sleepwalker?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you can. You can wake them up.
Oh, you probably should wake them up.
It says you can startle them, and they can be very disoriented when you wake them up, and they can have violent or confused reactions. But I've not heard of documented case of someone dying from being woken up.
Oh, I thought on Step Brothers that was so funny when they were like, and then she's like, "Can you look in the oven to see if my purse is in there?"
Oh man.
Oh,
All right, I got one more.
okay.
Finally, rust doesn't give you tetanus.
It does not?
No.
What does?
It says the relationship between rust and Clostridium tetani, the bacteria that causes tetanus, is purely correlative, not causative. Oh, it's not caused by it.
Oh.
That is, we associate the two because the bacteria is often found in the soil that's rich in organic material like manure or dead leaves, which indicate conditions that would also lead to the abandoned metal objects that are rusted.
Oh. So
Additionally,
it's the dookie.
the type of puncture wound that you'd get from stepping on a rusty nail creates the perfect tunnel through which the bacteria can then enter the body.
Oh, dang. Remember, that's what happened to Chris D.T. Gordon.
Yep.
Remember, he scraped his arm in the garage.
Yep. But that opened up his skin, and then something else, some other bacteria in that vicinity.
Yeah.
Is what?
Flesh eating. Shoot.
Yep. That was my list of top 16 myths about the human body that you've heard over and over again, even though they're not true.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's good to know. Use those at your next party when you go to one.
Yep. Tell your friend if he's drinking urine that it is not sterile.
Yeah. If you have a newborn baby that does that, tell him it's not safe. It's not a good option.
No.
Yep,
that's what I got for the week. Jen, you got any pep in your step?
Oh man. I do. I was laughing today thinking about that. I've been listening to some motivational videos, and man, I love sharing those with people. So I've been sharing some cool stuff just with, like, personally with people reaching out, and especially I feel like a lot of people have I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have told me in the past week or 2 weeks that they're dealing with depression. And so, not that the motivational video can just lift them out of that, but let them know, like, hey, I'm thinking about you, and here's a little pick me up.
Right.
And then also, I work contract for a place called Primo Print, and they wrote a blog about me in a blog about my trading cards. So
nice.
Yeah, so I got new trading cards that have foil on them, and they were showing the difference between my first ones and the second ones, and they did a little write-up on it. So that was pretty cool, because there was a customer that called this week, and he's like, hey, like, as soon as I answered, I'm like, Primo Print, this is Jenny. And he's like, oh, hey, you're very excited. I'm happy to talk to you. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm having a great time. But I mean, I genuinely am. Like, 90% of my day is a dance party at my desk, just talking to people or chatting. And it was so funny. So then he ended up emailing. We had to share some files, and then I shared the blog with him, and he's like, oh, you fit that part. And I thought it was so funny, because I was like, but it's me. Like it's not a part. It's just me. That's just me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I know what he meant. Like, oh yeah, you look who you sound like on the phone. You know.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
that was pretty good. But how
Good
about you? Yeah.
Yep. I'd say I got two things this week. One is that I've been role playing with M,
Okay.
my youngest, like role playing like Dungeons and Dragons types games.
Yeah.
Not that game specifically, but a game similar to that.
Okay.
And we have played the past 2-3 Mondays in a row.
Okay.
For just a few hours.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, last night, we played from 7 at night till 2:30 in the morning.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that was fun. That was great. It was intense and it was crazy.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yep. That.
What's the second thing?
The second thing is our videos are almost up to speed on YouTube and Roku.
Okay,
I've
cool.
edited a couple of those this week to try to get caught up. And I think I have maybe 2 or 3 more before I'm caught up to where we are this episode.
Awesome. I feel like somebody's a subscriber that is like stalking our channel because the minute I upload some of them, they're clicked on, like they're already watched. So like I go back in there to upload the next one. I'm like, dang, it's already got 2 views. I literally just put it on there.
Nice. Nope. So working on those. That has also been putting pep in my step this week, trying to get caught up. I'm so close to getting up to speed on those.
Yeah. Oh, and then writing more commercials for our show, which is next week.
Next week's show, I believe.
Next week's show. Yep. Oh man, I'm so excited.
I got so many commercials for that episode. I got so many.
I'm gonna have to wear a diaper for that one because it's gonna be so great.
It's gonna be a nightmare to edit.
Yeah, that's gonna be so worth it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna have to buy some music for that one.
That or I can just make a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, good times. So if it's not out right on Tuesday, give us a minute because it's gonna be worth it.
Yes, it will. It might be an extra day or two just because of the music.
Yeah. Do we? Because we've already shared what it was going to be, right? Like all commercials
and games.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah. So, if you are the one that's watching our YouTube channel, as soon as we get it out there, let us know. feelthejenergy@gmail.com. Love to give you a shout out. And catch us we're on demand on Roku.
Yep. If anybody has any ideas for commercials, I'm not running short of ideas, but I always willing to accept some ideas for commercials.
Yeah, so it has to be something that's made up, not brand specific, because we can't use anyone's we can't use anybody's name. And we just like to make up our own commercials until we have sponsors, because that should be soon.
Email feelthejenergy@gmail.com.
Yes.
Excellent.
Do it. Okay, everybody. Thanks for being here, and we will see you again next week. Okay. Bye. Oh, that's wrong.